This is the model 204 HD heavy-duty exhaust tube and pipe bender. It will operate on automatic cycle or with the two foot pedals that are mounted at the front on the front leg assembly. It has a depth of bend plate that will allow for automatic bending. This unit has sufficient guards to protect the operators from their fingers getting caught on any moving parts. There's a special adapter mounted onto the barrel assembly so that some rods can be threaded on to allow for stops, so the operators can position the tube constantly when they're bending. This unit is a 440 volt system, 3-phase, with a 15 horsepower motor and a 7.5 gallon a minute pump. This machine will operate at 3,000 psi. It has a heavy-duty hydraulic bending cylinder on the top that can generate up to 40 tons of bending forces. This is the sequence valve that is used for adjusting the counterbalance bending pressure. This is the hydraulic solenoid valve. The system will operate at 3,000 psi. The adjustment apparatus for the relief valve. By adjusting this, you'll be able to set up the hydraulic system pressure, which is a maximum of 3,000 psi. This unit is designed and built by AMH, American Machine and Hydraulics, in Camarillo, California. This is not your ordinary exhaust tube bender. This is a heavy-duty unit with 1.5 inch rails, 7 inches thick, and the cylinder is mounted at the face and not mounted on the back. It has an oversized reservoir, so to prevent any overheating for production use. There's a filtering system that will ensure that the oil is always kept clean. This indeed is a heavy-duty production tube bender for bending heavy wall tube and pipe. For automatic bend cycle, there is a blue button that will allow the bending to be automatic, and a red emergency reverse switch that will stop at any time the switch is pressed, and the bending cylinder will automatically retract, make a micro switch, and stop. This particular unit has the electrical foot pedals, which are operate on 12-volt system, mounted at knee height. They can either be mounted at this location or they can be floor mounted, that are portable and allow the operator to move around the machine and still be able to bend the tubing or pipe. This unit will provide the operator with many years of productive service, and it is designed and built very rugged, just to bend heavy wall pipe. This maximum bending diameter on this is probably 2.5 inch pipe with Schedule 80 wall. AMH produces other machines that are twice as sturdy, that will bend up to 4-inch and 5-inch pipe with a 1/2 inch to 5/8 inch wall. This particular unit has a maximum bend radius of 5 inches. And these particular dies are 2 7/8 OD or 2.5 inch pipe. Other models are produced that can bend up to 10 inch radius, and the radiuses all depend on the customer specifications. Cylinder is mounted at the face for added rigidity. Now we're going to operate the machine without a tube in there, just to give you an idea how we operate it. By depressing the right hand knee foot pedal, okay, now we're going to run it through a dry cycle on the automatic cycle. You press the blue button, the cylinder will come forward and bend automatically, of which it'll go and make the bend to the desired depth of bend required. Make a micro switch, come back, stop, retract, make a rear micro switch, and stop. Okay, now we're going to go through a manual operation where he will, with his knees, activate to go forward. And when he releases it, it stops. Now, to make it go back, he'll press the other side, and the die will retract. Whenever bending any pipe, it's always a good idea to lubricate the dies. This will put less drag on the tube, and the quality of the bend should improve. This particular unit has a 5-inch bend radius, and that's a pretty small radius for such a big diameter. And a lot depends on this particular part. We're only going to be bending up to 30 degrees, so the operator sets the pointer at 30 degrees. For an automatic cycle, he'll hit the blue button, which will make the head come forward, make the bend to 30 degrees, which is right here in the depth of bend. It'll retract automatically, and go back, make the micro switch, and stop. And there's the bend. Now he's going to make a bend using his knees on the foot pedals, or the knee pedals. He hits the right one. That advances it. It'll go to 30 degrees and stop, and then it'll automatically retract. So it makes the micro switch and stop. This is the bend part. This particular pipe is going to be used for carports, portable carports. So now for demonstration purposes, he's going to stick it in there, and he's going to make a bend up to 90 degrees, which will demonstrate the force of the machine. And he's doing it on the automatic cycle. There it goes. Now it'll retract. Okay, back up now. Go back. This is some pretty heavy wall that we're bending here. It's 187 wall. And it puts a tremendous strain on the machine, but the machine has no problem to accomplish the bend. As I say, this particular machine will only be doing 30 degrees to make their specific product. AMH can produce machines with a lot more tonnage and larger radiuses, and of course the larger the radius, the more quality the bend. For more information on this equipment, feel free to call AMH. Give us your specifics as to what you want to produce, and AMH will advise you as to the tonnage, the radius, and the possibilities of the proper equipment to produce the product that you're selling. Another product designed by AMH.